Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another book haul, which I know y'all have been loving, and obviously I've been loving doing them because I keep doing them and keep buying books. But actually today's a little bit different because I'm doing a strictly Books A Million haul, which if y'all haven't been to Books A Million, actually took me forever to like start shopping there. And once I did, my life was changed forever. They have such a massive selection. It's just a really big store, and they have a lot in like their like bargain section, and it's like brand new books or like popular books, and they're just super cheap, and I really don't know why, but I got a whole ton, so I'm gonna share those with y'all today. This is from I think two or three different trips. Y'all know the drill. If you've seen my book hauls before, I try not to read the back of books. Sometimes I already know what they're about because I've had them recommended to me, or like I've seen them on Instagram and stuff like that, but a lot of times I don't know what they're about, so I can't fully tell you a lot about them. This first one, actually, first of all, this is the cheapest one of this haul. This was $2.97, which is insane. Plus Books A Million, and this is obviously not sponsored, I wish, but they often have coupons like 5 off of 25 or 10 off of 50 or something like that. So you can get these like a crazy bargain prices and then get a coupon on top of them. So like I swear, I get books there for like $4 and they're all brand new. None of them are used, which is the other crazy part. So you pay like the used book price for brand new books. It's insane. But apparently this one is a movie. It's called The Tourist. The associate that was working at the cash register that rung me up told me that this was a movie. He's like, have you seen the movie? I was like, no, but I'm so glad you said that, because y'all know I love seeing a movie after I've read a book, never before, after I've read a book, because I love like seeing the characters come to life and the set, and like I just love that. I actually just watched The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the movie, and I have read that, and it was so crazy to like see the characters and like see how they kind of take creative liberties to like change things or kind of reorder them and stuff. So anyway, I'm really excited about this one. And just so y'all know, I mean I'm a pretty like equal opportunity reader, but I do like a lot of like thrillers and suspense novels and stuff like that, and this is definitely this. It's like a guy that used to be in the CIA and he comes out of retirement to investigate like a murder or something like that. So anyway, this was crazy cheap, and I'm excited that it's a movie. Let me know if y'all have read any of these books that I mentioned, by the way. Obviously don't give any spoilers, but let me know if you've read any of them, what you thought of them, and all those things, because I get really excited. This next one, I normally probably wouldn't have purchased this. It's called The Hanging Girl. I got it mainly because it's set in Denmark, and you can actually even see on the back here, it's inspired by actual events during a dark period of Danish history. And if y'all don't know, my husband was born in Denmark. He's a Danish citizen, so Denmark's kind of like an obscure country. Only like 300 people live there. Not actually, but not a lot of people live there. There's not a lot of Danish people in America, so it's kind of like unique when you can find a book that's set in Denmark or like about a Danish person. I think this is a Danish author as well. And this is also a gigantic book. Do y'all see this? This is like 500 pages. It's based on like a Danish island. I was asking my husband about it and he wasn't familiar with it, but this one was only $5, and I love this cover too. I like the whole aesthetic of this book, so I'm excited to read that one, especially because I can like see Danish words or like hear about Danish places and like ask my husband and his parents about them, and they obviously love talking about Denmark because they don't get to talk about it a lot. So I'm really excited about that one, and I'm probably gonna say I'm really excited about all of them, so just excuse that. This one of the things I love most like in the entire world of life is stumbling upon books that I like had my eye on, or I've been wanting to purchase, or they're on my want to read list, and just happening to stumble upon them in like the bargain section, because it's like, oh my gosh, I was wanting to read this and now it's just here in front of me for like 75% off. Like, what's better than that? So this is The Mother-in-Law. I have definitely seen this recommended to me, and I don't know if maybe it was someone that mentioned it in like a comment or on Instagram or something to me. I've wanted to read this one for forever. It says it's a national bestseller. It was only $5.97. It has like a ton of just really amazing reviews, and I feel like I've just heard a lot about this. I'm pretty sure it had really good reviews on Goodreads too. I typically look it up on there to see like what people think of it. I don't really read the reviews, I just look at the stars. I am so excited about this. I have a mother-in-law, obviously, so we'll see if there's any relation. This one, actually, I was surprised I didn't have this. This is The Midnight Witness by Sarah Bladel, and I actually have a ton of books by her. I think I have like 3 books by her. This is actually a weird coincidence because I just said that Danish stuff is kind of obscure and hard to find, but all her books are actually also set in Denmark, or at least all the ones that I've seen so far, because this one is also set in Copenhagen, and the reason I bought the other like 2 or 3 that I have by her are also because they're set in Copenhagen or somewhere in Denmark. I saw this one and I was surprised because every time I see her books, it's the 3 that I already have. This is the only one that I don't have that I've ever seen, so I wanted to definitely grab it. They're definitely like mystery novels, as you can probably tell. The Midnight Witness, I like the aesthetic of this. I like the cover. This is a much smaller book though. All the other books of hers that I have are definitely, I feel like 400 plus pages. This is just slightly over 300, so it's a little bit smaller for her. This one was only $3.97 too, which is crazy. And again, I think it'll be cool to like talk to my husband about this because it's set in Denmark. This next book, you might recognize this cover because you've probably seen the other book that's similar to this, and I've actually hauled it before. And the other book by this author is called What You Keep in a Fire, or What to Keep in a Fire, or something like that. This is How to Walk Away. It's obviously the same author, a New York Times bestseller. And I don't think this is like a murder mystery. I think this is more of like a kind of a, I don't know, a normal story. They're just kind of about, I remember reading the back of this when I first picked it up, but I don't remember it now, which is kind of like the point. I kind of like skim it just to like see if I'm interested, and then try not to remember it, because I really don't like to ruin the surprise before I read a book, which I know is so dumb, and some people probably don't care about that. Let me know if you're like that though. Actually, I'm really curious. Let me know if you read the backs of your books, if you want to know about the book, or if you want to like be totally surprised. I'm actually very curious, and I ask this in every video, but also let me know if you're a paperback or a hardcover person. I'm paperback 100%. I think, yeah, all of these except for the one big Danish one have all been paperback so far. I like go out of my way to find paperback if I can. So let me know both of those things. You read the backs of your books though. I'm really curious. So I think this is just like a normal story. I don't think this is like a murder mystery or anything. I like to kind of switch it up. Sometimes I don't want all that death, grief, and sorrow in my life with all like the murder mysteries and suspense and thrillers. However, those are the kind of books that like I can't put down. Other books like The Nightingale or something like that, those books like they're good, but I can put them down because it's not like you're not on the edge of your seat. So I think that's probably part of why I like thrillers and like mystery suspense so much. This next one is The Mars Room, which this was definitely on Book of the Month, and I feel like this got really mixed reviews on Goodreads as well. It's kind of an interesting storyline. It kind of got like Orange is the New Black vibes. I remember reading about this, and it's about a woman in jail, and I think it's just like what life in jail is like, kind of. I don't know if it's a true story or anything like that. Like, I don't know if it's a memoir. It was only $6.97, and I looked it up on Goodreads, and it had like real mixed reviews, but I feel like the storyline could be really interesting, like kind of like Orange is the New Black, like getting kind of an inside look at what life is like in jail. I don't like have the highest hopes for this. Let me know if y'all have read this one, if you really liked it or didn't really like it. I mean, I'll read it either way, but I kind of just like the aesthetic of the cover. I like kind of just the idea of what it's about. I like when I like read a book or I know what a book is about, and I'm like, I'm actually curious to know what that story is. So that's how I feel about this one. I'm not setting my hopes like too high because I don't think people like unanimously love this. I mean, probably no one unanimously loves any book, but I don't know. So we'll see how I like this one, but I like the aesthetic. This next one is one I've had my eye on and wanted to grab forever, and I stumbled upon it in the bargain section, and I was so excited. This was $7.97, so probably this is like the most expensive book in this whole haul, which isn't really saying much considering it's under $8, but Lisa Jewell is my girl. I love her writing. She writes really good like mystery suspense novels. I love the way that she crafts stories. I love the way that she writes. And The Family Upstairs I feel like has been really, really highly regarded. Like it's gotten really, really good reviews, and so I've been wanting to get my hands on it, but I just haven't purchased it because I just typically don't buy books full price. Do y'all, here's another question. I'm asking a lot of questions. Do y'all buy books full price ever, or or do you just like get them on Amazon when they're kind of discounted, or do you get them used, or do you like do the bargain kind of hunting like I do? Speaking of that, I have a massive stack of used books. That's gonna be another haul that's coming soon, another book haul. I have always a lot of book hauls coming, and it's a problem because I don't really have anywhere to put these books. I definitely don't read at the rate that I buy books. But let me know, do y'all do used books? Do you do brand new? Do you do full price? Do you buy them like the second they come out? Do you do book of the month? I want to know all the things because I really just like talking about books, so mostly I just want to chat with you guys. But I also really want to know, like, I want to know how people manage their book buying. But anyway, I was so excited to stumble upon this. I could not believe that it was in the used book section, especially because I feel like this is a book people are loving, like, right now. So I'm so dang excited. I just can't believe, like, this book is $27 full price. I got like $20 off the cover price, which is crazy. This is another one, actually, the exact same situation. I have been wanting to grab this Riley Sager book, The Last Time I Lied. Is it Riley Sager? I'm not sure, but I've also had this one on my want to read list for what feels like forever. I've just been seeing it all over the place. A lot of people, like a lot of bookstagrams I follow, I feel like have featured this book. I love the cover. I like the aesthetic, the colors. I definitely judge a book by its cover. Who doesn't? But I couldn't believe I stumbled upon this. I've been keeping my eye out for this to grab, like just in general, because I've wanted to read it, and it was a $5.97. So again, sometimes I feel like it's meant to be. Like these books that I've been wanting to grab just end up in like the sale section, and I get really excited when I stumble upon them. them. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. It's like really a gem. So I'm really excited. He's definitely like a murder mystery novel kind of writer, but he's really highly regarded. He wrote Final Girls, which is definitely a book that's on my list as well. Let me know if y'all have read this one. I feel like everyone has, or a lot of people, and I think it has really good reviews. Okay, just 2 left. This one I almost bought once before at Books A Million in like the bargain section, and then I didn't end up getting it, but I decided to pick it up this time because I keep coming back to it, and I know that like this has also kind of had mixed reviews, kind of like The Mars Room. Some people I feel like really loved this book, and then some people didn't. It's obviously about an escape room, but it's about like co-workers in this escape room and kind of like them getting to know each other, and then kind of, I think someone has to die or something, so them kind of like having to sacrifice a person. I'm not 100% sure, obviously. I haven't read it. This was only $5.97 though, so I decided to just go for it. I've just been so curious about it, and because I keep almost buying it, I figured it was time to just grab it. I'm pretty curious. I mean, Harlan Coben said it was gripping and unforgettable, and Harlan Coben's kind of the man, so I feel like if he says it's good, it must be good. So I'm definitely willing to give it a try. I don't really have super high expectations, but I am looking forward to it. And then this last one I got was like a complete random purchase, like such a gamble. It's called The Clock Dance by Ann Tyler. This was on sale for $7.97, and this is about a woman, if I'm remembering correctly, that I think she's like dying, or she's sick, or she's about to die, and then she ends up having to go take care of either nieces or like somebody in her family, or maybe someone comes and takes care of her. And I think it's just kind of a story, just like a story about women and family and health and sickness and dying and life, and it just seemed really interesting. I also just really loved the cover. I think it's so pretty. It's simple but really aesthetic, and y'all know, if you've watched my other book hauls, I'm a sucker for books with this like textured edges. See how they're like kind of uneven? I'm sure y'all have seen this before like a bajillion times, but there's something about that I can't resist. I really don't know what it is, and when I'm reading a book like that, I just love it even more. These are also really like thick pages. Like, this is just sturdy paper, so definitely not like a murder mystery or anything like that, but it seemed like it was just an interesting, different story. And like I said, I like to kind of switch it up, so I like to get a little bit of everything. So this was a wild card, and I typically don't do that. I like to stick to books that like I've had my eye on, or I know the author, and like kind of be targeted about it. I don't typically buy many like random books, and if I do, it's because they're like from Denmark. I feel like we got through that fairly quickly, did we not? That was like 10 books, and I feel like we made some moves. Usually I'm here talking for like ever, but that was all the books I wanted to show you guys. I will of course have them all linked down below in every single one of my book hauls. I always link them down below. I want to talk to you guys in the comments about all the things books, so definitely let me know. Hit me up on Goodreads. It's just Shan Anderson, just like my Instagram, but without the dot. You can also follow me on Instagram. I love chatting about books on there. I'm always sharing like what book I'm reading, what book I'm finishing, what book I'm starting. So that's going to be everything for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you would like to subscribe, we would love to have you. We have so much fun here, and until next time, I will see y'all in our next video. Bye guys.